It's showtime.
What's up, guys? Django Fett here. So I am really behind on my Star Wars news and stuff concerning Star Wars Celebration. I wanted to cover a lot of it, but work and life has just got me super busy, and a new thing that's happened in my life as of late, which I will get to in my next video. It will be a Fett Talk episode, and the title will explain it all right there. But I also had work, and I couldn't really make a video because I was away from my home. But I figured I will do reactions for some of the Star Wars stuff. I think I'll also do the Mandalorian as well. So let's just start with a trailer reaction to The Rise of Skywalker, which I'll most likely get a copyright notice from. But I'll try my best to react to this. This follows under fair use, so it should be covered, but who knows? I know Disney will try something. Someone will try something. Just based off the title, just as something I just found out too, The Rise of Skywalker. I guess Luke is coming back for some reason, or someone is a secret Skywalker. I guess Ben is going to be reclaimed, or Rey is actually a Skywalker, or Leia is going to do something. I don't know. Not a fan of the title. J.J. Abrams is going to be directing it again. But yeah, let's just look into this. I already know what happens at the end, so I won't be too shocked by it. But I'll give my final thoughts at the end and as we go along. So let's just play this. I know many of you guys have seen it, but I haven't seen it at all. So yeah, you'll see my reaction. Even though I don't like reactions, just fuck it. Let's just do it.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
Just go back for a little bit. I know many of you guys have already seen this. I haven't seen it for the first time. I don't want to see the whole thing. I mean, like, I just want to break down. Okay, so he's messing with his helmet. Apparently he's making like all these crisscrosses, and apparently they're gonna have the Knights of Ren in it too. Oh, okay. So they're bringing back Lando. Okay, that's actually a nice touch to bring him back. I know he was involved in the Clone Wars TV show as well, but I think that's a nice touch to bring Lando. I forget the actor's name. Back into Star Wars. I do like that. I think that's a nice thing that they have. So they, at least they, you know, they're building off the original trilogy nostalgia, but at least they're, you know, incorporating some elements that we do like, the original cast and all, so bringing them back. So I do like that, Lando.
We'll always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
Yeah, that's the Death Star that's just destroyed, and it's like on the ocean or something. I'm pretty sure that's the Death Star. Yeah. And then at the end, you hear Emperor Palpatine. So, I'm kind of done with Star Wars at this point. I really don't care about it when it comes to movies. Last Jedi was just kind of the nail in the coffin. I kind of tolerated it with what was it, The Force Awakens, but I'm kind of just done with Star Wars at this point. This is going to be the last one, and that's it. I'm done with Star Wars. I'm not going to be watching any more movies. I don't care who's going to create it, what's going to happen. I'm done. No more for me. So this is going to be the final one. This is going to have J.J. Abrams. It's probably going to be a messy film. It's probably going to have some action, good action moments here and there. We got Rey. Yeah. So, Death Star and Emperor Palpatine laughing at the end. People had some problems with bringing back Palpatine, but honestly, this was a thing that was in the expanded universe with the Dark Empire series, and Palpatine did come back in a clone form, and he would, take his conscience out, and basically, when his body would rot, he would just shift his I don't even know what to call it, his force self into another clone, and then just use that body. So it would constantly just use clones after clones after clones, and it was a pretty great series. I like Dark Empire. Some AU fans don't like it for some reason. I really enjoy it. I like bringing back Palpatine for that. I think it makes sense for actually bring him back when it comes to the comics and expanded universe, but when it comes to movies, it kind of feels like everything that happened, like with Darth Vader actually killing Emperor Palpatine, it feels like it's all for naught, and it just feels useless to me. Like it was just all for nothing. I'm not a big fan of that, to be honest. And in the expanding universe, George Lucas actually wanted Palpatine to come back. So I do get that. Many people just said that, oh, this is dumb, this is stupid. I like this. And back in the expanded universe, I don't know about now. It's whatever. This trailer is whatever. I'm just not feeling it. They're bringing back Palpatine. I guess that's cool. I guess Snoke didn't do anything. He was supposed to be like, who was Palpatine's master? I'm just forgetting. Plagueis. A Plagueis wannabe, but he didn't end up being Plagueis. He just ended up being killed. Or Palpatine trained him. He was like his initiate or something. We don't know. I guess we'll find out in the movie. Honestly, I don't really care. If you like The Last Jedi, I'm not, I'm not bashing you or anything by any means. But if you like The Last Jedi, that's fine. I really do not like that movie. We'll see with this final movie. We'll see how it ends up being, but I am done with Star Wars. I'll be celebrating Star Wars once this is done. Moving on, I'm not going to get to Jedi Fallen. I think I'll get to that one after. We have the Mandalorian trailer. This was also featured in the Star Wars Celebration. There is no good trailer out. This is a really bad trailer. I mean, the quality-wise. Before we start, I am not looking forward to the TV shows. Not a big fan. I know Jon Favreau is going to be doing it. But we'll see. They just haven't done a good interpretation of Mandalorians. And the Clone Wars kind of just destroyed that completely. We'll see how it goes. But let's just play this right now, and then I'll give my thoughts. So you hear some people in the background, but this was like actually filmed with like a phone or something. They didn't put this online for some reason. I don't know why. Somebody's gonna find out about it. Everybody's gonna find out, I should say.
What we're bringing to the screen for the first time is a live-action Star Wars series. It takes place about 5 years after the Return of the Jedi.
This series follows a Mandalorian.
Oh, great.
This new
Dave Filoni
character
gonna be
is
part of
a
it.
gunfighter,
Okay,
a
fuck
bounty
this.
hunter,
I have
a
no hope for
citizen
that.
of the underworld on the outer reaches of the galaxy. It starts off with him just hunting down quarries, making his money. This is a character you've never met before, in a period of time that you've never seen.
There's just an aesthetic to the Mandalorian that is extremely powerful, mysterious. This armor that harkens to medieval knights. He's relatable. We're all kind of covered in our own armor.
Here we are, day 3.
Start a little bit back and then move into that position.
In terms of the directors, I think John chose the team really, really well.
Here we go.
Obviously Dave, Bryce, Deborah, Rick, and then Taika.
Oh yeah, take the
Voices and personalities that each of the filmmakers were bringing to the table and wanted to bring that to the world of Star Wars.
Everybody's point of view is sort of involved in the story.
This series offers the opportunity to introduce new planets, new races and species, new starships. However, we wanted to feel completely connected and familiar.
It's truly an adventure, a Star Wars adventure.
It has the heart that Star Wars has always been about.
It will feel gritty, it will feel real.
Anybody could sit down in their seat and watch and enjoy.
All right, so I don't know how I feel about this. It seems like it could be interesting, and I will probably end up watching it. But at the same time, I'm kind of iffy on the whole thing. I mean, it looks really cool. Aesthetically, it looks cool. I don't know why it's so drab. Like, why? Like, it's almost like, what am I thinking of? What was the second Star Wars movie that Disney came out with? Rogue One? Oh, yeah, Rogue One. It has that same ugly ass look. I'm thinking Rogue One or Solo. Both of them have just, I think, not Rogue One, but the other movie, Solo. Solo had the worst look. I'm kind of getting that vibe from this movie. Yes, it's lower, like horrible quality, coming from the phone. But yeah, it doesn't look aesthetically pleasing from what I'm seeing. Very drab. Who knows? I could be wrong. I don't know if I want to pay like Disney for the Disney Plus service. I don't know how I feel. I know it's like $7 a month. It's not too bad. It's not asking for too much. But when you have too many like of these services as it is, Netflix, Hulu, HBO and all this other stuff, it's just too much, man. It's just way too much. So like I wish there was just like one definitive service and then you can just get everything. And I would pay like $20 a month and I get everything with that. I think that would be a good bargain. I think that would be a great deal and I could stream everything. $20 a month, hell yeah, I would be down for that. And instead of going through all of these separate channels and stuff like that, I think that would be better. But with The Mandalorian, you have executive producer Dave Filoni. And we'll see how much power he is giving, because when he has all the power, the evidence shows it can be really fucking terrible. Rebels and Clone Wars. Hopefully he doesn't have any power whatsoever, very little input into this TV show. That's my only hope. Because everything else, like the people involved, when you have Taika Waititi and the Game of Thrones actor involved, I forget his name, Oberyn, Pascal, I think that's his last name, and Jon Favreau. Jon Favreau is just excellent. He does some great stuff. I mean, he's gonna do Lion King pretty soon too, and he did Jungle Book before, and that was a great fucking movie. So it could be this could be another home run for him after doing. I mean, Lion King could be another home run too. So we'll see how this one ends up being. I just hope to God it doesn't look as aesthetically bad like this, and you know, Dave Filoni is not a part of this at all. Like, he has very, like, the tiny bit of input into this TV show. So moving on, we are going to the Jedi Fallen Order trailer, and this is actually something I'm actually looking forward to. This game in particular, because it's actually going to be done by the people who did Titanfall 1 and 2, and 2 is just an excellent game, great campaign. I highly recommend you play it now, and it's still like pretty playable. It's a great campaign, great FPS shooter. But they are going to be doing Jedi Fallen Order, which leads me to be very excited for it. And there's some other details I'll mention at the end, but let's just play this trailer. Let's see how this ends up being. So this is during Order 66, like this, right during that event.
But now, there are
Right after
3 rules to survive.
Literally, like, days or months.
Don't stand out. Accept the past. Trust no one.
I love the motion capture. Like, it's just like Battlefront 2. I mean, that's the only good thing.
Galaxy's changed.
Look out!
Whatever you do, don't reach within.
Oh, so you have the Inquisitors.
Don't stand out. Accept the past.
Execute Order 66.
Trust no one. Trust only in the Force.
Pretty good. So, there was no gameplay. It was all cinematic. Still looked pretty cool. Is there any gameplay we can see, or is that it? But it's a single player game, no microtransactions. This is fucking EA, so they're gonna fucking put microtransactions in it. But oh, look at this. Is this another one? 46 minutes. I'm not watching that. Let's see, Fallen Order gameplay. Gameplay, not open world. Everything you need to know is a wasted opportunity. So, okay, I don't know what to make out of this. It just seems like I'm getting like Force Unleashed vibes. I mean, from what I'm getting from it, like the gameplay, what it could be, like third person or something, single player. It doesn't look like you could do like massive destruction like in Force Unleashed, which I love those games. Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are pretty good. Force Unleashed 2 is actually, I mean, I replayed it again. It's not that bad. I did a review on that. It's got its problems, but it's not better than the first one game, but it's actually all right, I would say. I definitely recommend you replay it because you might have bad experiences first time, but play it a second time, you'll really appreciate it now. So I'm definitely excited for this game. This is actually one of the titles for this year that I'm actually legitimately excited for, despite, you know, being a part of EA. But Respawn, I could could see like doing some good things with. It's not going to be under the Frostbite engine. It's going to be under Unreal Engine, so it should be easier to develop, hopefully. You would hope. But I'm almost getting like these Battlefront 2 vibes based on the cutscenes alone, which is not a good thing, in my opinion. But yeah, you got a lot of Clone Wars stuff with the Inquisitors. I don't like anything to deal with the Clone Wars or Rebels or whatever it's called with Dave Filoni's garbage. I honestly don't consider that canon within the expanding universe. You can disagree with me all you want. I just don't follow that stuff. I don't like want to be a part of it. I don't want it to be a part of my canon. Clone Wars and, you know, Marvel Star Wars stuff and, you know, certain other things that I don't consider part of the expanding universe. That's just my personal take. You can disagree with me all you want. And this is how George Lucas has wanted this canon. You know, that's fine. You can make that argument. But for me personally, I'm just not going to follow with the Clone Wars garbage TV shows and all that other stuff. Dave Filoni garbage. That's just my personal take. And lastly, I want to move on to the final thing, and that is the Star Wars Celebration toys. Yes, toys. So we have things that came out for Star Wars Celebration related to Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, which came out, believe it or not, 20 years ago, or it's coming to that point. I'll be sure to do lots of stuff associated with Star Wars Episode 1 in very soon, actually. So I'm going to have to delay some of the Foreign Film Madness reviews and all this other stuff. I really need to get out the Star Wars stuff really, really soon. But right now, we have 2 Black Series figures. We have the Darth Maul in the box art, the original box art from the, you know, there's some alterations, of course. But they used to have these 3.75-inch figures all the time. And this is what they came in, you know, like these this box art. And this is only exclusive to when you actually go to the con itself. So if you're lucky and you went to the con and got it yourself, then good for you, man. You're awesome. Just hold it as a collector's item. Do not open this bad boy. Do not open it. I'm telling you. I actually already have Darth Maul myself. And then there's the Obi-Wan. Let me get to the Obi-Wan. And then there's the Obi-Wan. I actually just ordered this one because I have the Qui-Gon Jinn, and I need the Obi-Wan to go with him. So I think that's an awesome thing to have, the 20th year anniversary, and you know the original artwork. If you were in the con, that's really, really fucking cool. And it's, you know, it's a brand new figure right there. I've wanted this young Obi-Wan Kenobi for a while. He's actually honestly my favorite Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know, in my opinion, the young, brash, you know, the unwise Obi-Wan who's just heading into action and stuff without even thinking about it. That's the Obi-Wan I like. And then we have the Funko Pops. We have a few of them. They're all from these blue ones right here are from the Star Wars Celebration. So if you went to the con itself, you would get these. These were the blue chrome. If you were in the con, you would be able to get these. They are limited to 2,500 pieces, I think. So there's Darth Vader, Leia, Chewbacca, Stormtrooper. I don't like the eyes. And then there's Boba Fett. And Yoda as well. And then we have the exclusives. We have Darth Maul. I already have a Darth Maul. And a Watto. In my opinion, this Watto looks pretty bad. I don't know what it is. I'll have to see it up close for sure. But it does not look good. Just in my personal opinion, I think you can get this from Hot Topic. It's very... I don't really like this pop. It does not look good to me. And then there's the Darth Maul one. This actually looks really cool. He's actually faced from his side. And this is when he was attacking... not Obi-Wan. What did I say? Obi-Wan? Qui-Gon Jinn. In the first battle. And then we have these Pez figures. And then we have the gold versions of the figures, the Funko Pops. We have the gold Darth Vader, Princess Leia, Chewbacca, Stormtrooper, Boba Fett, and Yoda, and these are all exclusive to their individual things. Amazon is selling it for the Darth Vader, Leia, Hot Topic, Chewbacca FYE, Stormtrooper Target, Yoda GameStop, and this is the one I wanted, and I have it right here. The Boba Fett, which is exclusive to Box Lunch, which I had to order online. All right, so here is the Boba Fett right here. This is the gold Boba Fett. And I'll be sure to take them out of the box and put them in my background next to my Boba Fett and Django Fett ones. I already have a bunch of them as it is, but I figured this is pretty cool. A gold version, why not? Exclusive to Galactic Convention. And what's cool about this is I think eventually down the road you're gonna have the original Boba Fett. You see right here. And there's no lineup. Usually there's like a lineup of what's to come. But you can also expect the original Boba Fett, just like this, without the gold chrome or gold version in the future. So that is pretty cool. That's something you can look forward to. And the rest of these pops that I showed previously, you can expect original versions without the gold or blue or whatever you want to call it. So that is really cool. And the last thing I want to mention and want to get to is this particular book that I just got recently from humblebundle.com. This costed me $20 for the paperback and the digital version as well. And this is called Star Wars Knights of the Republic by Alex Kane. And all this thing is from Boss Fight Books, bossfightbooks.com. And all they do is pretty much interview the production and the people involved in Coder and the video games in general. You can go on this website right now and order yourself a book like this. And pretty much just they would interview all these different people involved with the video game, Shovel Knight, Mega Man, all these different titles. This one was Knights of the Republic, so I had to get this and see what the production was like and what it took to create the game. So I thought that was really interesting. So you can expect a review hopefully soon. This is actually a pretty short read, but I would highly recommend this if you're a huge Coder fan like myself, as I always wanted to know the creation of what it took to create something epic like Coder. So I will get to this book hopefully after I finish, playing and finishing the game Coder. So yeah, that's all the Star Wars stuff I wanted to mention. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a pretty damn long video, but I wanted to cover all the Star Wars stuff that I missed. I didn't put any Twitter posts, nothing, so I was pretty silent when it came to the Star Wars celebration, and I wanted to reserve it all for this particular video, considering I'm a Star Wars channel. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will get to a Fett Talk episode next week. You guys have to watch that because big news that came out for me and my life and the changes of what to expect for me. And I just want to share with you guys what's going on. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please like this video, comment down below, tell me what you think of Star Wars Celebration and all this other stuff that I was talking about, and subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, and I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Oh, yeah!